Justin Trudeau. He burst onto the scene like a youthful, energetic blast of Canadian optimism. His name, synonymous with his father's legacy, carried a weight of expectation. And you know what? He delivered. From the get-go, Trudeau made his mark, legalizing cannabis, a move that was bold and, let's face it, long overdue. He championed climate change action on the world stage, reminding everyone that Canada's not just about politeness and saying sorry. We actually take the planet seriously, and who could forget his commitment to social justice? Trudeau put gender equality front and centre, appointing a gender-balanced cabinet and making sure women's voices were heard loud and clear. These weren't just symbolic gestures, folks. These were concrete actions that made a real difference in the lives of Canadians. Let's be clear. Trudeau's time in office wasn't without its bumps. What government doesn't have its share of controversies? But the man deserves credit where credit is due. He navigated Canada through some pretty rough waters, from the Trump presidency south of the border to a global pandemic that shook us to our core. But here's the thing about politics, and life for that matter. Change is inevitable. The tides shift, the seasons turn, and sometimes you just know when it's time for something new. And folks, I'm starting to think that time is now. Don't get me wrong, Trudeau's heart is still in the right place. He's a decent guy with the best interests of Canadians at heart. But lately it feels like the magic's faded. Remember that youthful energy I mentioned earlier? It seems to have given way to fatigue. The spark, the drive, the fresh ideas, they're just not there like they used to be. And Canadians are noticing. The polls don't lie, folks. Trudeau's approval ratings have taken a dip. People are feeling the pinch of the rising cost of living. And they're looking for solutions, for leadership that feels as relevant today as it did 8 years ago. Now, I'm not one to shy away from tough love. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do for someone and for the country is to acknowledge when it's time for a change at the top. The Liberal Party needs a refresh, a revitalization, a new captain to steer the ship. Look, Trudeau's made his mark. He's achieved a lot, but clinging to power for too long, that's not the Canadian way. We believe in democracy, in fresh perspectives, in giving someone else a shot at the wheel. And let's be honest, wouldn't a break be good for Trudeau, too? The man's been in the spotlight under constant pressure for almost a decade. He deserves a chance to breathe, to spend time with his family, to maybe even grow that beard back out. Section 4. A graceful exit, a brighter future. Stepping down wouldn't be a sign of weakness, quite the opposite. It would show strength, self-awareness, and a deep love for Canada. It would allow Trudeau to leave on his own terms with his legacy intact and give the Liberal Party a fighting chance at renewal. Imagine this. Trudeau announces he's stepping down. He thanks Canadians for their trust, reflects on the highs and lows of his tenure, and lays out his hopes for the future. He pledges his support for a smooth transition and encourages Canadians to embrace the next chapter, whatever it may hold. This isn't about pushing Trudeau out the door. It's about recognizing that sometimes the best thing a leader can do is to step aside and allow for new energy, new ideas, and a renewed sense of purpose to take hold. Section 5. A new chapter for Canada. This is a pivotal moment for Canada. We're facing complex challenges: climate change, economic uncertainty, a shifting global order. We need a leader who's not just up to the task, but who can inspire us, unite us, and guide us through the choppy waters ahead. The Liberal Party has a deep well of talent. There are bright, capable individuals within its ranks who are ready to step up, to offer their vision for the country, and to lead with compassion, intelligence, and a deep understanding of the issues facing everyday Canadians. A change in leadership would inject some much-needed excitement into Canadian politics. It would open the door for a new generation of leaders to emerge, to challenge the status quo, and to offer bold solutions for the challenges of our time. Section 6, towards a new horizon. So here's to new beginnings, to fresh starts, to recognizing when it's time to pass the torch. Justin Trudeau, you've served Canada with passion and commitment. Now let's see what the future holds, both for you and for this great country we call home. Time to write the next chapter, eh?